Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy from StampandShout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am doing a weekly series of cards and projects, and each week I'm featuring a different stamp set. So this week I am featuring the Circle Sayings stamp set, and it also comes with a coordinating circle punch. So I'm here every day at noon, Monday through Friday, to share with you some tips and cards using a stamp set. And again, this week it's Circle Sayings. So let me show you today's card. So it's a little bit of a fun fold card. And it's so easy to make, and it takes just a little bit of cardstock, a little bit of supplies. So I think you're going to like it. I'm going to bring in the supplies that we're using, but I want to mention that they're also going to be listed on my blog. So after the video, a little bit after the video, if you go to my blog, I will have more pictures of the card and all the supplies that I use, the colors and the sizes, and even shopping links. And if you do shop, that's my current host code. So I'm using Night of Navy base, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I have a boho blue, it's 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of white that's 5 by 3. And then I have some scraps, a Night of Navy that is 2 1/4 by 5.5, and a pretty piece of designer series paper that is 2 by about 5 inches. Then I have a couple of circles that I cut ahead of time, and if you'll notice, I cut this circle out of this piece, so I'm not wasting any paper, and this little circle hole isn't going to show. It's going to be covered up, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and work on these little tabs. I'll show you a couple tricks with this. First thing I'm going to do is score this at 1/2 inch. And I've made this card several times, and every time I do something different on the bottom of the tab, whatever kind of shape I want to use. So this time, what I'm going to use is the contoured scallop die, and I'm going to bring in my little cutting machine and show you what I did. So normally I have this done ahead of time, but I want to show you how I did this. So we scored this piece, so that's not the end that I want to cut. I want to cut this end. And all I did was I lined up this edge with the inside edge of the die, and I made sure it was down at the bottom, and I just lined it up that way. That's all I did, was I put it in there. Now the trick is you want to make sure that this part is free, otherwise it'll cut it off. So we just put one side in. I lined it up right there. I'm just going to turn it so it fits in here. And this works really well because of that edge to line it up. So we're just going to run this through. And so that gave me that pretty little edge. And I'm going to do the same thing with this piece here. And so that has the little scalloped edge too. So let's finish the card, and you'll see how easy it is, how it comes together. So if you're watching me live, go ahead and say hi. Tell us where you're from. If you're watching me on replay, do the same thing. Go ahead and say hi. Let us know where you're coming from, and tell us what you think about the card. Anyone that does leave a comment will be entered to win today's card. So every day that I do a video, I'm going to go back and look at the comments and just randomly pick someone, and they will win today's card. So I'm going to announce all the winners every Monday at noon. So I'm here every day at noon, Monday through Friday, and on Mondays I'll announce who the winners are for the card, and I will mail it out to you. So let's bring in our card pieces again. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. We can go ahead and get that out of the way. I love making this card. I just think it's such a fun card. It's different and it's easy. Okay. So then this one, before I go ahead and finish, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment that I want inside. And let's see. I am going to stamp. I wanted to do something different besides thank you. I think I'm going to use the smile. So I'm going to use smile on the front, and on the inside I'm going to put because you're awesome. So I'm going to stamp this in Night of Navy. And this is going to be covered up like this with this tab when we're done. So I just want to make sure that I stamp right in the middle. And I want to get my stamping done ahead of time before I put everything together. That way if I make a mistake, I won't have everything already glued, and I can just flip this over and do it over, fix it. So that's going to go like that. So now these two pieces are going to go together. And I'm just going to lift it up a little bit. And I'm never sure exactly how long it's going to be, so I find that it's easier just to take a strip, go ahead and cut the bottom with that pretty scallop, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. And then I'm just going to trim it up at the top because it's a little bit too long. I'm just gluing that on right in the center. And then this piece, just fold it down. So I'm just going to cut this off. Just a little bit too long, about 1/2 inch. Then this little tab here, I'm going to take this piece, that little tab that we scored on, we have a 1/2 inch tab there. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card like this. And I'm just going to glue that tab, put some glue on that tab, and attach it to the white piece. So you just want to make sure that it's centered from left to right. And then you can go ahead and glue that down. Now we're going to take and glue this whole piece to our card base. It goes right in the center. So now we just have to finish the front. So I have a navy circle that I cut out ahead of time and a boho blue. I told you I cut that out of our mat piece. So those two pieces can go together. I use the layering circles to cut these little accent pieces. But if you want, you can also use the stylish shapes. That would work out well. So let me bring in my stamps. I'm going to stamp this flower stamp using the boho blue ink. And then, that is very, very pretty. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the smile in the boho. This one here, I did it, the thank you in navy, but I think I really like this boho blue. It's really pretty. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So now I'm going to bring in the coordinating punch and punch this out. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue it to our other circles. But see, you could just put that plain circle on if you didn't have some other punch or some other dies to make these other circles. Then I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. The only thing you have to remember is don't put the dimensionals too close to the outside or it will hang over those tabs. And then I'm going to do one more thing before we're finished with this card. Bring in some bling. So these are the blue adhesive back gems, and they're currently on the clearance rack. So you can pick them up for, I think they're like $2 or $3, $2.80 or $3. And they're very pretty. The blues go with a lot of the different blues. So let's see. I'm just deciding. I kind of like the darker ones on here. So I think I'll just add a little bit of bling. And maybe the light blue too. Just trying to make it so it's not all. Okay, so there is our card for today using the Circle Sayings stamp set and punch. So I hope you liked today's card. Go ahead and leave a comment. Remember, the comments will be entered to win today's card, so I will mail that out and announce the winners on Monday. So again, I'm here every day at noon, Monday through Friday. Please subscribe if you're new, and then you'll be notified whenever I do a new video. And until next time, don't be shy. Stamp and shout.